One thing I've always loved about Spider-Man games, or just Spider-Man in general, are the suits. And oh boy, does Marvel Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 5 have a lot of them. A lot of them are actually really cool for both Peter and Miles, like the Superior suit, new blue suit, 2099, Noir, new red and blue, track 2020, 10th anniversary. All these suits are just epic. Since Spider-Man is such an old and iconic character, there's actually a ton of suits you could have pulled from. But that didn't stop Insomniac from making their own design, so let's take a look-see, shall we? Advanced suit? Not bad actually. A nice spin on the old classic suit, although the shade of red is a bit off, and it's a tad over design. But the white spider honestly is pretty cool. Advanced 2? Man, this is the better version of Advanced 1. Look at that shade of red. They fixed it. This one's pretty awesome. Okay, now we're looking at the evolved suit. I can't barf. I've come to notice that I'm not really a big fan of most of the original designs for two reasons. One, they look like ass, and two, they look like ass. I feel like the designs are what I and most people hate about modern superhero designs. They're too over-designed. Look at Advance number 1. There's a lot going on here. I mean, it's not a bad suit, but it's still terrible compared to the second one. Look, they simplified it, they streamlined it, they made it more sleek, and they fixed the shade of red. Hallelujah! Now, I just want to preference by saying no disrespect to the artists making these suits. I know they're extremely talented and I shouldn't be bashing other people's designs because my character looks like a penis, but this is the internet. I can criticize whatever the hell I want without feeling any sense of remorse, and why did they give Spider-Man a face mask over his mask? Now, what's frustrating is that a lot of other suits didn't make the cut in the game, even though a lot of people really wanted them. Like, the Sensational suit, and let's be real, isn't too different from the OG look, but it still looks cool. Now, I assume that adding this wouldn't be too hard for Insomniac, but they said, nah, we're gonna focus on giving Spider-Man visible toes. Now, sure, the game's only been out for a couple months, but as we're recording this video, this is all the suits we have. And I put together a personal tier list, see? And you can tell, most of the Insomniac originals are at the bottom because they suck. If you don't like these suits, then just don't wear them. And you're right! The game doesn't force you to wear these. It's like getting a Christmas gift from your grandma, and it's the ugliest shirt you've ever seen, and you say, "Ha, thanks grandma, I'm gonna wear this all the time." But you just hide it in the back of your closet and never wear it again. It's kinda like that. But imagine your mom's Insomniac, and she says that your grandma's coming over, and she told you to wear the suit she bought you. This is Miles Morales' evolved Spider-Man suit. Oh boy. This is probably one of the worst Spider-Man suits I've ever seen. It's over-designed, the colors don't mesh well, there's almost nothing that can make the suit worse.
What if it has hair? Oh, that's okay.
Oh. Now, there's more to my personal hatred for this suit other than looking like a clever insult I can't think of, but the fact that it's canon and it doesn't make narrative sense for Miles to make it, and it doesn't even feel built up to either. Spoilers! Obviously, I don't know why I didn't warn this before. Anyways, Miles is sad because Martin Lee escaped from prison. In case you didn't know, Lee was a criminal man who would steal stuff and hurt people, and also he was a wizard terrorist who killed his dad. And eventually, they have to team up to save Peter from being raped by all these symbiotes. And there, Miles basically says he has to move on from Lee and let go of his hate.
But I can't carry this hate for you anymore, man.
Now, this suit obviously is a symbolism for Miles moving on and becoming his own person and hero, which is why making a new suit makes sense, you know? But then he says,
It's time for a Miles Morales original, you know? One of one.
hold up. What do you mean, Miles Morales original? The last suit you had was the original. You literally sent that to Peter in your own game. And that time, Peter wasn't holding in his laughter because at the time, that suit looked good and this one looks like ass!
Man, I still can't get over that suit. So cool.
Gotta be me.
One of one. Looks good.
Now, I don't want to discourage the poor artist or team who designed the suit because it must have been a huge deal that the suit became canon to the game and was official. And I only feel bad because it's not like some soulless corporation made the suit to sell product. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, for whatever reason, these games are heavily sponsored by Adidas, and more specifically with Miles, which, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the shoes they give Miles, especially these ones. It doesn't really fit him, you know? And yes, I do associate Miles with Jordans, and yes, it is because of Spider-Verse, but I don't care. Jordans are awesome, Adidas are lame. And can I just say that having an entire suit in a game being basically a paid promotion while looking like hot garbage is really, really stupid. And those shoes, honestly, they don't look good. In fact, I think they kind of ruined the design for me. Take them off! Speaking of shoes, a similar thing happened with Sonic. Sonic and his slope shoes. Did you know that the slope shoes are actual shoes made for grinding? Which Sonic Adventure 2 had a lot of. But like, the slope shoes don't overhaul the entire design, it's just his shoes. And even then, they still look like Sonic shoes with the same color scheme and everything. And the promotion sort of makes sense, you know, since the only thing Sonic wears are shoes. And even then, they still look like Sonic's regular shoes. Could you imagine if they decided they wanted to make a much uglier color scheme? Actually, go try that right now. Hold on. Huh. It's actually not that bad. What's talking about again? Oh, right. Spider-Man. Hair!
Should have called it too much hair.
So, this is arguably the cherry on top of this turd pie. It just doesn't look right, okay? It just feels so fake and awkward and just looks like... diddly. Now, the thing is, Spider-Man with his hair as part of the suit could work. A prime example, this lovable bastard right here. Pav has such an already fantastic Spider-Man suit that fits his personality and universe really well, but the hair is honestly what pulls the entire suit together, and the headband, by the way. This sparks joy. This does not spark joy, and I think a major reason because the hair doesn't feel like an afterthought. It really is an integral part of the design. It makes its presence known and doesn't look bad. Now, an easy fix for this hair problem is change the hair. Now, I've seen some ideas floating around, like giving Miles dreads, which looks 10 times better in my opinion, or you can just get rid of the hair entirely. But you can fix the hair, but what about everything else? Now, let me give my 2 cents about Spider-Man designs. In my humble opinion and observation, the best Spider-Man suits, more often than not, are the simplest ones. In fact, I think a big factor for why some superheroes become iconic as they are their costumes. They are recognizable and easy to understand. And sure, throughout the years, after dozens of reboots, movies, and shows, the designs have changed a bit. Look at the movie versions of Batman. They all look different, but they still have the major components that make it look like Batman. And Spider-Man is no different, but each iteration has kept core aspects that make Spider-Man, Spider-Man. But this doesn't look like Spider-Man to me, I'm sorry. The bright electric blue sticks out like a sore thumb, and in-game it's kind of distracting. The blue is too contrasted with the red. Like, I get red and blue is iconic Spider-Man colors, but Peter's red and blue complement each other, and they're in areas that don't really clash with each other. Speaking of, I never really liked when Miles' suit looked like Peter's. Not that I'm saying that this suit looks anything like Peter's, but there are a lot of suits that try to make Miles look like Peter's Spider-Man. I always associate Peter with red and blue and Miles with red and black, because I see these characters as completely different people who happen to be Spider-Man. The movie understood this, and the game understood it as well, which is why the scenes of them making their own respected suits so earned, because Miles in both of these stories is very much a coming-of-age character, which is why him creating those suits feels so earned, because he is not Peter, he is Miles, and his suit reflects that. Now, I'm not saying Miles isn't Spider-Man, because he is. He's very much Spider-Man. But I just think that his original suit works so well because it clearly is Spider-Man, but you can tell that it's not the same Spider-Man we're used to, being Peter Parker. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that this suit doesn't really suit this version of Spider-Man. See what I did there? Because it looks like ass. And I like how nobody, and I mean nobody at all, likes this suit for similar or different reasons from mine. But honestly, I hope they fix some of the aspects or completely overhaul the suit itself. And either way, I can't wait to see the story reason behind the changes to the suit in the next game, because it'll be really stupid. Anyways, I've been talking about this particular suit for quite a while, and this isn't even the worst suit in the game, it's just my least favorite personally. So before I end the video, let's see all the suits I consider straight ass. Life story suit. Saving lives, I don't like straight up purple. Agamat, it has toes, okay, it's a toe suit, that's what I call the toe suit. Encoded, 25th century, stone monkey, why is it so hard to pronounce? What's up with what? The stupid hair. And finally, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit. What? Who said that?
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches his speed, just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes the Spider-Man.